At City Hall today, Duluth leaders celebrated the city's birthday. Today marks the 156th anniversary of the Duluth first official recognition as a city back in 1870. At the celebration, there was a birthday cake, as you just saw there, and a performance by the Lyric Opera of the North, or Loon. Later tonight, to celebrate, both Enger Tower and the aerial lift bridge will be lit in the colors of the Duluth city flag, which are blue, green, and white.